Hi, my name's Shayan Zara, and my life revolves around motorcycling. Yes, I said revolves. I can't go throughout the day without picking up my phone and seeing something new I like or want to buy. I must have read the book A Twist of the Wrist by Keith Code a dozen times by now. I get excited whenever I hear a roaring engine fly by my house. Is that a Ducati? No, it's an Aprilia. Maybe it's a cross-plane Yamaha. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter to me. From the beginning, I loved all brands, both foreign and domestic. In my book, anything with two wheels has a special place in my heart. There's only one other thing I love doing other than riding, and that's wrenching and learning. I mean, come on. When you think about a YZF R6 revving past 15,000 RPM without tearing itself apart, the precise tolerances these bikes need to have. Or if you were to picture a crankshaft spinning, pushing the piston up and down, having it come within millimeters of hitting the valves. And to think that the internal combustion engine was designed and invented over 100 years ago, it's truly amazing. Years ago, in middle school, coming home I would watch American Chopper. Yes, American Chopper. Seeing bikes being built virtually from the ground up would inspire me to go outside and start tearing apart my mongoose. New pegs, new grips, anything I could do to call it my own. A few years later, I begged my dad for a dirt bike. He was reluctant at first due to a 2-inch scar under his chin from a Harley accident. After some smooth talking to promise I would get straight A's, he agreed. Fast forward 6 months, hello CRF 150R. I remember the first time I kickstarted that thing. It was like magic. If you know, you know. 16 years, 10 bikes later, I'm still riding, still learning, don't see it ever stopping. And with that, I want to welcome you to my channel. Hope you enjoy the ride. Dude, hey man, I remember you. Yeah. Yeah, you've been here before, right? No, I'm just kidding. Nobody's been here before because this is going to be like my first like real intro video kind of spiel. So in that last clip you got to see, I get a little bit of a background from me and what I love to do. And what I love to do is to ride anything with two wheels. So now what I want to do is, and this is going to, give you an idea of whether or not you want to stick around or not. Riding. 100% riding, learning, how-tos, talking about new bikes, old bikes, doesn't really matter to me. I just bought a new bike right here. Dun dun dun. And I had some issues, did not look like this. I'll insert some pictures right now. And as you can see in those pictures, it's pretty stock. There was a few issues that in this video. Go ahead. And in that video you can see that there is definitely a lot of oil blow by. Too much for me to be comfortable with riding. So I decided to tear it apart and so I got, a new piston. So, now that you saw the bike I just finished building, prior to this, I have never ever taken an engine apart, took an engine out of a motorcycle whatsoever. I've always wanted to. One thing I hate doing is taking my bike to a dealership, whatever you want to call it, stealership. Rather do it myself. Service manuals aren't that informative. They kind of leave things, almost like a guess. That's how I feel. It was my opinion. Manuals, if there's a spec, it's a low spec and a high spec, and you want to fall in between with the limit, spec. But one person that I have to give a huge shout out that was in getting this engine to work and then to get it in his channel is Brap Support. That guy has beyond helpful. There is some, still some, good to the internet. So yeah, going back to what I was saying, big shout out to Brap Support. Does mainly his videos are on KTM, which I love. Yeah, so now I want to go on a proper ride. I'm gonna get geared up real quick, and I'm gonna go to a little twisty road right down the street, and yeah, we'll catch up when I'm all geared up. I'm all ready to go. Hit the choke in. Up just a tad. Oh yeah. I love this bike. I love this bike so much. So let's go ahead and just talk about, I'm just going to talk about the why and the how and the when. I kind of covered the when earlier this year. I wanted to get a secondary motorcycle. I had just sold my Ducati Street Fighter, and I wanted something that I can, you know, trash around, beat it up, have it be reliable, and not have that much invested in there as far as financial. So, you know, I started looking at the market and found that I wanted to get a supermoto. I ended up stumbling across a 625, and that's when I figured out, I was like, okay, that's the bike I want. For sure a KTM fanboy now. I want a KTM 625 SMC. I started looking. One thing about KTM, there's not that many. I believe in California at that time, which was around February of 2022, there was only about maybe like 6 of them for sale. And there was one that I found in San Diego, but the guy, I mean, it was really nice, but the guy wanted literally every dollar for it, and I wasn't about to pay all that. And then there was this one that I found, and it's funny because I ended up buying it, but it needed engine work. Those other pictures you saw, or that video, you could see that it does have oil blow by, and it was allowing oil to pass by and burn inside the combustion chamber. Why I wanted this, and I am absolutely loving it so far. You know, I am loving this bike. I mean, this bike is really, really, really fun. It's so lightweight, it's powerful, but it's not maneuverability on this. I mean, it's just great. If anybody out there is thinking about getting a supermoto, something that you can, you know, ride on the street, but then also if you want to throw some dirt tires, you can, you know, do that as well. This is I love it. It's definitely not as smooth as a fuel injection. Completely fine. Come to the outside, downshift. To the outside, downshift. Let's go, one more downshift. Vibrations, but I think it's totally worth it. Oh my god. Great. Very nice, very nice. A little history lesson for you guys. Back in the 50s, this used to be a nuclear test plant. One of the nuclear reactors had one of the rods exploded. Release of straight nuclear waste. And they say that Simi Valley, which is the city right next to where I live here in California, I mean, just look at those views. I'm sorry, I'm ADD. I mean, look at those views. Simi Valley, a lot of the land is not good for growing for the next 500 years. Just can't live somewhere where there's no twisty roads, no nothing. Now, another good part about this whole bike is right here. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. I was not expecting that. Holy shit. I guess I was coming in way too fast. Oh my God. I'm so happy I got that on camera. This is so much fun. That was so funny. I really spun out. Yeah. I need to get like a set of knobbies too for this bike. Nice. Nice, dude. Oh my God. Wow. Yeah, I used to ride my mountain bike around here. Oh my God. This is so much fun. Oh my God, I don't think it's gonna pick up on camera, but this is so much fun! This is what I really wanted. I mean, I'm not on the right tires, but woo! Could be on for this bike, or for this road. Woo! Come on, baby. Hill climb! Nice! Man, if you guys are okay, so let me just backtrack a little bit. No, I'm sorry, selling my R6, and then I found KTM, and I've never been a fanboy 1290 Super Duke, which I'm sure you have already seen in this video, that I went and worked at a KTM dealership. That's how much of a fanboy I became. After that 1290, I just fell in love with the whole brand. I found out what WP suspension stands for. If you don't know what WP suspension stands for, I don't want to say it in this video, but you can go ahead and Google it. I want to connect people that have the same interests. At the end of the day, a Harley doesn't have three wheels. Oh, actually, a Harley does have 3 wheels. But we all should, help one or another. I hear people saying like, oh, Harley guys don't wave at me. And I've had somebody tell this doesn't wave at you doesn't mean anything. I love this bike. So, with that being said, and my first, real moto vlog completed, I hope you guys enjoyed. Come on back, That's all I'm gonna say, and that's where I'm gonna end it. So, to all my 2-wheeled riders out there, be safe, 2 wheels down. Peace.